Here is the latest on the Sean Diddy Combs trial. We know that Combs has been denied bail after a jury found him guilty of 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. He was acquitted of the more serious charges, racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking. So in all, he was convicted of 2 crimes out of the 5 that he was accused of committing. The convictions, in simple terms, it means the jury found Combs guilty of transporting 2 women to places where they would participate in sex acts and prostitution. That's Cassie Ventura, his ex-girlfriend, and a woman being identified as Jane. Now, the maximum penalty for each of those is 10 years behind bars. Most legal experts say he will not get the maximum penalty for that, in part because he wasn't convicted of those more serious charges. He was found not guilty of racketeering and not guilty of sex trafficking, his ex-partner and the same woman who's being referred to as Jane. So that verdict means he avoided the potential for a life sentence. Now, reporters who were in the courtroom at the time the verdict was read have reported on his reaction, and here's what they had to say. They say that after learning that the jury had acquitted him of 1 count of racketeering and the 2 counts of sex trafficking, the 55-year-old music mogul clasped his hands together and raised them up in a sort of prayer motion towards the jury because he avoided the potential sentence of life in prison. He also, it's reported, stood up, faced his children who were in the front gallery, clapped and blew kisses towards them, as well as supporters who were there. Diddy's lawyer had requested that he not remain in jail pending the sentencing hearing, but again, as we mentioned, that was denied by the judge, who says he can go back to jail until the sentencing hearing. We don't know exactly when that is, but what we do know is whenever that's scheduled, that's when we'll learn how long Diddy will serve time in prison potentially for the crimes he's been convicted of.